Action.
Yes, to all my fans all over the world, it's still that same your man, the lost trumpeter, the guy that plays keyboard, blows saxophone, plays all the musical instruments with his mouth alone. And guess what? I'm here with a friend, a boss. This guy is well known over the UAE, all over the GCC in terms of prank. In short, he's the prankster lord where they sabi for this Dubai. Guess what? The count of three, I'm going to welcome one of the boss of the bosses, the prankster lord. When they hear of prank for Dubai, if you don't know this person I want to introduce, now be say no know the person I want to introduce, the man wey sabi, the person of guess what? Mr. Kel's Comedy. Let's make welcome Mr. Kel's Comedy. Oganda Oga. The boss of the boss. Now this guy wey dey prank even prank person wey prank and the person know say prank dey. He dey live kolo kolo. You understand? Oga boss.
You know, say as they help me, my head almost fall. I mean, like easy.
That's so. So guys, we have Mr. Kel's Comedy in the building, and I'd like to ask him some questions. These questions has to do with behind the scenes. You guys know what prank is all about. There are people you're going to prank, and at the end of it all, people there's the ripple effects. So let me just ask you the simple question: what has been your experience in terms of walking on the streets, and people knows you as a prankster, and what have people you've been pranking before precisely? Have they been okay with that, or they have been trying to mesmerize around?
Okay, thank you for having me once again. The Lord Trumpeter.
You're most welcome,
I salute
boss.
you. I salute you.
Welcome, boss.
Okay, walking on the streets of UAE
Yeah,
as a whole has been, you know, UAE is a very beautiful place, very fun place.
sure.
You understand? And the beautiful people in it is what gives me joy.
Exactly.
So knowing that you are popular amongst such beautiful people,
Yeah.
it gladdens my heart. You understand?
Thank you, sir.
And to be frank with you, they know me for good. You understand? They know
Yeah.
me for good. Frank has actually done more good than harm. You know why I said so? Because
Okay.
it makes people understand where they are in other people's lives. You understand? Let's take for instance you have a relationship and the person is like just playing you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He's just trying to get whatever he or she wants from you, and he's off the game. So
Okay.
we take them out of that game. You understand?
Yes,
We,
yes.
we win them at their own game. You understand? And
Yeah.
set everybody's mind right. You understand? So at the end of the
Okay.
day, the person may be hurting for the first time, as in at that
Yes.
moment when he feels that the love of his life, or the person that he was expecting or she was expecting that loves her or him wholeheartedly,
Yeah.
failed him. She might be feeling hot in that time, but at the end of the day, they come back to me and say, Mr. Kel, thank you so very much for giving me an eye opener and giving me a direction for life. You understand?
Yes.
Because most times these things tends to hurt people in the future. They say a broken relationship is better than a broken home.
marriage.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's we intend to achieve healthy relationships, not 419 relationships.
Exactly. So, guys, I just remembered one of your pranks that's really touched me, honestly. The one you made mention of a lady who was spiritually affected by a guy that gave her money.
Okay.
You understand? This guy gave her like 20,000 dirhams. And I don't forget that prank. I don't know why. I will always make reference to that particular prank. This guy gave her like 20,000 dirhams, and she was complaining to the street pub. She was complaining to you that money was given to her. Things have been happening to her spiritually, blah, 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 blah. I really dropped comment. That prank really, as in, not really, not that video precisely really touched me. I put myself in the shoes of that lady. You understand me? And I would like you to throw more light on that in terms of advising ladies out there on how best to live their lives.
Okay, first of all, I'll start by saying a very big thank you to everyone who supported that lady at that time.
Okay.
Because, to be frank with you, the lady thought she has lost it, that she
Wow.
wouldn't live for long anymore.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
understand? But to God be the glory, people stood up for her.
Mm-hmm.
I got calls even from UAE here.
Wow.
You understand? People were like, "Don't worry, we'll help her. Let her
Yes.
come to me. Let her." Somebody had to book a flight for her
Imagine.
all the way from Nigeria, and she flew her to Nigeria. And as I talk to you, she's receiving all the care she can get.
Wow.
You understand? So I want to thank everybody who commented, who shared that particular video, because you don't know what you do for people sometimes. The little share button you click
Exactly.
in some certain videos could actually stand as a sponsor or a help means to
Yeah.
save a life. You
Exactly.
understand? So I thank you guys very much. And I want to say this, and I want to say it with all alacrity and seriousness. If you're a lady in the UAE and what you do here is the street kind of life, as you guys say, I must say you should be very careful. I know things are not easy. You understand? People are suffering. Most people are brought all the way from Africa just to come make a living for their family and maybe bring their family out of poverty.
Yeah.
You understand? I understand that you've already said, if I don't do it, my family may not survive. But listen, still need to be very careful. You need to have a prior information of who you're going to meet.
Exactly.
Know the house, know the person's name, have a little details about the person, so that tomorrow if anything happens to you, there's going to be a reference.
Yeah.
You understand? It's just like when I was with my parents, sometimes I would just go out.
Yeah.
I won't tell my parents where I'm going to, and maybe if I come back late, everybody will be worried at home. You
Exactly.
understand? Immediately I come home, you will see my mother do something like this.
Normal women and their
Yeah, you know what that
and their
means.
drama.
You know what that means.
At
That means
last, prodigal son is back.
that actually means that I had made her mind fly. Like she's been so worried that she doesn't know my condition wherever I am.
Yes.
You understand? So if anything happens to me, she doesn't even know where to go trace me.
Not at all.
You understand? So if you're going out of the house, you should tell somebody should be aware of where you're going to, so that if case of emergency, we can say, okay, this is the first place we should look for this person. You understand?
Yeah.
That's because somebody cares for you, except you don't care about yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? So every lady here, please be very careful. I know life is not easy, but for your own sake, for your own safety. The thing say they do juju for this place. They do juju for here. They are doing rituals even here in the UAE. Okay, but I can still assure you that UAE is the safest place in the world. That is why you see most people are not complaining of this, that. But
Exactly.
it is happening. All right, it is happening. So be careful.
Thank you so much, my brother. You've really said a lot. You've really said a lot. And viewers out there, kindly share this video to watch it, because this is quite educative and quite insightful. Over there in Nigeria, we see a lot of prank